Bonjour, today let's practice an A2 level dialogue together. Now remember, you know the drill. I'll be saying the text in red and you will be saying the text in blue. But first, I'm going to go through the full script with you. Then I will translate it and then we will have a go. But nothing stops you from having a go with me now. So this is the full dialogue. Try to get the gist of it. It's a common dialogue, an everyday French dialogue. So it shouldn't be too hard for you to understand. I start. Oui, alors, qu'est-ce qu'on prépare pour le dîner de demain? To this you say, quelque chose de simple. Peut-être du poulet? And I say, bonne idée. Du poulet rôti et des haricots verts. To this, you're going to say, on ne peut pas manger des frites à la place? C'est meilleur. Bon, on peut faire les deux si tu veux. And to this, you're going to say, oui, et en entrée, qu'est-ce qu'on fait? Peut-être une assiette de crudité? Super, on a assez de boissons pour tout le monde? Alors, je crois qu'on a de l'eau et du jus de fruits, mais pas de vin. To this you say, d'accord, je vais aller en acheter au supermarché. Parfait, merci. Et en dessert, je propose de la mousse au chocolat ou de la glace. Qu'est-ce que tu en penses? De la mousse au chocolat, c'est mon dessert préféré. Right, how was that? Did you understand what the dialogue was about? Well, it's quite simple. It's about arranging a dinner party or something like that. Now let's figure out each line at a time. I start with, oui, alors, qu'est-ce qu'on prépare pour le dîner de demain? Now, qu'est-ce que means what is. So, what are we going to do or what are we preparing for dinner tomorrow? Qu'est-ce qu'on prépare pour le dîner de demain? Qu'est-ce qu'on? What is it we are going to prepare? Now here, we're using the present tense. On prépare. What are we preparing? In effect, that's the full, the proper translation to this sentence, okay? Demain is tomorrow. Demain. Try to learn as many little words as possible from this dialogue because it's quite easy. So you're going to learn a lot of things about food. So food vocabulary, for example. To this, you're going to say, quelque chose de simple. Peut-être du poulet. So learn poulet, that means chicken. Quelque chose de simple. Well, something, simple. Maybe, peut-être. Du poulet, chicken. Now, you have to understand that in French, we have a partitive before the food, okay? So, de la confiture ou du poulet, for example. Now, I say, bonne idée. Du poulet rôti et des haricots verts. Good idea. Roast chicken and green beans. Des haricots verts. Now, in this case, haricot begins with an H, but it's an H aspiré. We do not make the liaison between des and haricot. We don't say des haricots verts. I have a full video on H muet and H aspiré if you want to check it out somewhere in the YouTube channel. To this you say, on ne peut pas manger des frites à la place, c'est meilleur. Can't we have chips instead? They are better. So, on ne peut pas is a negation. We cannot have or we cannot eat chips. Instead, à la place, au lieu de, à la place means instead. Okay, can't we have chips instead? Remember that chips is frites. They are better. C'est meilleur. But we say it is better. Okay, c'est meilleur. Learn that little phrase. It's quite useful. To this I say, bon, on peut faire les deux si tu veux. Well, on peut means maybe we can. We can do both, les deux, si tu veux, if you want or if you like. On peut faire les deux si tu veux. Oui, et en entrée, qu'est-ce qu'on fait? That's what you say. So, as a starter, what do we do? Et en entrée, qu'est-ce qu'on fait? What shall we have? Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? What do we do? Now, fait comes from faire, and that means to do or to make. Again, I invite you to have a look at my videos on the verb faire. I go through the whole verb in quite a lot of details in my French course, CPD Certified Learn French with Alexa.com, the complete French course. Now, I say peut-être une assiette de crudité. Now, you must have heard this word crudité. That's raw vegetables, perhaps a plate of raw vegetables, such as des carottes râpées, for example, as in grated carrots. If you've never had that, why don't you try it? It's lovely. To this you say, super, on a assez de boissons pour tout le monde? So that's a question, okay? Now, in this dialogue, you've noticed that we have different ways of asking questions, where you have to use qu'est-ce que, or you have to invert the verb and the subject. But in this very question, on a assez de boissons pour tout le monde, that's a sentence, a normal statement, affirmation, with a question mark at the end. So, great! Do we have enough drinks for everyone? But literally, we have enough drinks for everyone? So we've raised our voice. So c'est, alors, je crois qu'on a de l'eau et du jus de fruits, mais pas de vin. So, je pense que, je crois que, I think, I believe that, we have. On a ou nous avons is the same. On a is more dialogue, everyday French. So, we've got water, fruit juice, des jus de fruits, but, mais pas de vin. So, notice how we say no wine, pas de, okay? We have no wine. Okay. D'accord. Je vais aller en acheter au supermarché. Fine. Okay. I'm going to go. So here we've got a future proche. Je vais aller en acheter. So I'm going to buy some. Okay, en here is a pronoun referring to wine, le vin. So je vais acheter du vin, je vais aller en acheter au supermarché. At the supermarket. Okay, so we say au, not à le. That doesn't exist. Okay, you use the contraction au. Okay, or we say à la if it was a feminine word. Okay. I say parfait, merci. Et en dessert, je propose de la mousse au chocolat ou de la glace. Qu'est-ce que tu en penses? Okay, so this one is quite easy to understand, even if you are not of A2 level. Parfait is perfect. Merci is thank you. Et en dessert, and what about for pudding? Okay, dessert. Je propose. I propose some chocolate mousse and or ice cream, ou de la glace. So, I suggest, okay, what do you think? Qu'est-ce que tu en penses? Okay, we could have said, tu en penses quoi? Tu en penses quoi? That would have worked as well, okay? And to this, you say, de la mousse au chocolat, c'est mon dessert préféré. Again, there is nothing hard about this. Chocolate mousse, that's my favorite dessert, okay? Mon dessert préféré. Now, favorite dessert, in French, we say dessert favorite, okay? Remember that the position of adjective is usually after. Usually, I say usually because we have some exceptions, okay? Again, I covered this in great details in my videos on where to place the adjective in my course, but on YouTube as well. Okay, so far we've run the dialogue twice. The first time as one go, the second time we went through the full translation. Are you ready to do the full dialogue with me? Now remember, I'm red and you are blue. So here we go. Are you ready? Let's do it together. Je commence. Oui, alors, qu'est-ce qu'on prépare pour le dîner de demain? Bonne idée! Du poulet rôti et des haricots verts. Bon, On peut faire les deux si tu veux. Peut-être une assiette de crudité? Alors, je crois qu'on a de l'eau et du jus de fruits, mais pas de vin. Parfait. Merci. Et en dessert, je propose de la mousse au chocolat ou de la glace. Qu'est-ce que tu en penses? Now, I hope you enjoyed this kind of practice exercise. Now check my other practice videos here. Remember that there is a support guide attached to it. So if you want to click on the subscribe button, you'll get access to the support guide. And I hope we'll get to practice together again. À bientôt. Au revoir. Bisous bisous.